Right. So you've got users. They're signing up, maybe even hanging around a bit, but then, poof, they disappear like that broke friend of yours when the bill arrives at dinner. Today, I'm going to share how a simple thing called cohort analysis can become your best mate in understanding why they leave. And better yet, how to make them stay. And don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Think of it as your digital detective kit for growth. Let's get into it, shall we? What's a cohort anyway? First things first. A cohort sounds fancy, but it's just a group of users with something in common, like the month they signed up or the fact they all binge buy your product every payday. The idea with cohort analysis is simple. Instead of staring at a massive crowd of users like a Where's Waldo page, you break them up into smaller groups and observe how each one behaves over time. It's like sorting your socks before you decide which to toss. Much more efficient. Why you should care. Now, why bother? Because cohorts give you context. If your October signups are dropping off like flies, but November's are hanging around like they're moving in, there's a story in there. Maybe you changed your onboarding sequence, added a quirky email, or simply had a particular charming month. By tracking patterns, you're looking at the what and the why behind users' behavior, which means you can adjust to keep people sticking around. The magic of onboarding cohorts. Hack number one, track onboarding cohorts. Group users based on their sign up date and see how long each group sticks around. A sudden drop off? That's a red flag. Tweak your onboarding flow. Think of onboarding as a first date. It's awkward, they won't be back for a second. Feature-based cohorts. Next up, feature-based cohorts. Identify user based on whether or not they're used a specific feature. If those who click that shiny new button of yours are sticking around longer, it's a sign you should make it front and center. It's the digital equivalent of putting your best foot forward. Just make sure it's the right foot. Event-based retention. Finally, the event-based cohort. Group people by a milestone. Maybe they've hit a high score or completed 3 purchases. These moments tend to boost retention because they mean the users invested. Identify which events keep them coming back and use those moments as checkpoints in your strategy. So there you have it. Cohort analysis is a bit like hiring a private investigator for your data. It's here to help you understand, adjust, and improve retention rates without spending a fortune on users acquisition. After all, it's much easier to keep a brand than make a new one. And users, my friend, are just the same. Give these hacks a go and let me know if it's worked wonders for you. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.